What's up everyone? Josh here. I bought a fake LEGO Republic Gunship and I'm going to be comparing it to a real LEGO Republic Gunship and seeing how it stacks up. LEGO has been price gouging us for years because Mega Bloks and all the other knockoffs haven't been able to get their act together and give us any reasonable alternatives. I'm happy to say I think that I finally found a fake LEGO set that holds up against the real version of that set. This right here is the Plos Bros Gunship from American Brick Store. The website doesn't give us an exact piece count, but it does say that it comes with over 1,000 pieces. It also comes with 8 minifigures. You have 6 regular Wolfpack Troopers, Captain Wolf, and then Plo Koon. Plo Koon also comes with a regular Lego shaped head that you can put a hood on, which is interesting. I'm not sure if I like that, but he does come with that. I have him out here just with his molded head. This is an American Brick Store exclusive product, meaning that you can only get it from American Brick Store. And as of now, it's sold out and won't be restocked. As with most knockoff LEGO sets, this is 99.99% identical to LEGO. The only major difference that you can see is the turret has this bubble and the laser rather than the stud shooters, because apparently the maker or manufacturer of this doesn't have a stud shooter piece. There's obviously a difference in color too. We have the Wolfpack coloring on this, and then we have the Coruscant guard coloring on this. Today, I'm only reviewing the Plos Bros Gunship, but I'm using the official LEGO version as a comparison just so you can kind of get a feel for how similar they are and if this is something that's worth buying over the official LEGO version. So my rubric is going to be out of 50 points. You can get 10 points for the build quality, 10 points for the build appearance, 10 points for the building experience, 10 points for the playability, and 10 points for the minifigures. We'll start with the building experience. The Plos Bros Gunship didn't come with a physical box or building instructions, and it wasn't advertised as coming with those. It does say clearly on the website that it does not come with a box, and it doesn't come with instructions, and that you can find the instructions on the Buy It Now page, a PDF link. It arrived in one big bag with maybe 15 to 20 smaller bags included in the big bag. Now the bags were unmarked and there didn't seem to be any logical reasoning behind what pieces were in what bag, so I dumped everything out on my building table and started building just from all the pieces that were on the table. It would have been throwing darts to try and figure out which bag to open when, and I don't even think that there was a logical reason, just from how I was looking at the bags, and there was no semblance of order to how the pieces arrived. I probably could have reduced the build time if I had sorted all the pieces initially by piece color or piece type, but I was too lazy to do that and I just went straight into building. I was in a rush, I wanted to get it done. So that probably added to the final build time. I'm not planning on docking points from the building experience for that because I definitely added to the chaos by not sorting, and you could make it faster and more organized and easier by sorting the pieces beforehand if you wanted to. For the instructions, I don't mind building from a PDF. LEGO has PDF instructions as well. And for the most part, the PDF instructions were pretty clear and you knew where to put pieces when. There were definitely a few instances where it took me a couple minutes to figure out where things went. Sometimes it would tell you to push pieces in when you should have waited, and then you'd have to go back and take the pieces apart so that way you could put the next section in that belonged there. For instance, there's a rod that goes through the wing to attach it to the main body of the gunship, and the Plos Bros version told me to push the rod in all the way immediately, and then I had to take it out when I wanted to put the wing on, whereas the LEGO version told me not to push it in all the way, and then I put the wing in and then pushed it in all the way. So it just saves a little bit of time, and it's a little confusing because you're trying to figure out how it's supposed to connect. So most of my experience with fake LEGO in the past, I've experienced a noticeable difference in the texture of the fake LEGO compared to the real LEGO. Now I didn't notice it as much with the plates and the bricks of the Plos Bros Gunship. I did notice it in the Technic pieces. They definitely felt more cheaply made and not as high quality as the LEGO pieces, but I was very surprised by the feel of the plates and the bricks and the other pieces, the non-Technic pieces. They actually felt very similar to a LEGO piece, and I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference if I wasn't paying attention carefully. It took me around 3.5, 4 hours to build Plos Bros Gunship, and only 2 hours and 10 minutes to build the Coruscant Guard Gunship. I flew through the Coruscant Guard Gunship. This was definitely a lot harder because I was, sorting through pieces, pulling them out. If I had sorted in the beginning, I probably could have done it in 2 hours, 45 minutes, maybe. I mean, you're still going to spend time sorting. I'm not sure how faster it would have made it, but you definitely could have saved yourself some time by sorting in the beginning. And the nature of this is it's going to be a longer build just because it doesn't have the same organization that LEGO does in terms of getting all the pieces into numbered bags. And you kind of assume that going into it. So one slightly negative thing is you definitely have to push harder onto these plates to get them to connect, and these bricks to get them to connect to each other. It was a little easier to connect the Lego pieces together. And again, that's not a deal breaker or anything that's like terrible. It's just, it's a little harder to put these pieces together. I'm going to give the building experience for the Playability Bros Gunship a 6 out of 10 because even though I don't expect them to have numbered bags, it would have been nice if the pieces were sorted a little more logically, where you were able to access the pieces that you needed a little faster. And then again, I could have sorted them, but I didn't. So I'm not gonna hammer it for the building experience, but definitely wasn't the most enjoyable building experience because it took so long, whereas I flew through the official LEGO version. Next, we'll move on to the build quality. And this is where you expect the fake LEGO versions to fail because they're copying the build design of official LEGO. This is 99% the same build as this build. But you expect the quality to be much worse. And that has been the reality for the last however many years. You know, fake LEGO has been terrible, but it's starting to actually get kind of good. And the final build quality of this, I was very surprised because it's super stable. It doesn't break very easily. There are some parts that I am not a fan of, and I'll get into those. But overall, the entire structural integrity of the build is very solid. I've done a bunch of these aerial like flybys, like if I'm doing a playability, like dropping the gunship in, you know, taking the gunship off and giving it like some evasive maneuvers, you know, like dodging some missiles. Everything that you do with the playability of it and a kid would do, you know, it's very solid. I give it a good shake, and I take a look at it. There's no like pieces like falling off. The doors, especially, you expect the doors to like flop around because that's generally like a lot of fake Lego sets. Their Technic pieces and their hinges and like the door pieces, like on some of the other fake Lego Republic Gunships, their doors will like slide back if you like lift them up like this and like flop off. This one, very solid. Like the doors don't move at all. The canopies don't like move at all. You know, nothing's falling off as I'm swinging around. So very structurally sound. Maybe because it's copying Lego 100%, but even other knockoffs that copy Lego 100% don't have that same structural integrity. Super impressed with that. Now, the negatives of the build quality, if I try and move these cannons at all, like they fall off immediately. Even in the official LEGO version, the cannon connection to the gunship is terrible. I don't know what they were thinking in this design. So you have the 1x2 pieces with these like hinges on the end, and they connect to the cannon like so. And then it connects to two other 1x2 pieces with a clip on the inside like this. I think the clip strength is just worse on the fake version, which makes sense. And so that's what really contributes to not being able to push the cannon back on or move the cannon around once it's placed. So that's a big build quality flaw that it definitely loses points for. Other than that though, it's not bad. Like the cockpits open, they don't detach easily. Like I can pull on them and they don't come off. I'm giving that a pretty decent tug here and they stay on. The Technic carrying piece definitely feels a little floppier than the Lego version, but it's not bad. It doesn't feel unstable. It doesn't feel unsecure. The plates in here sometimes pop off, but that's not a big deal. You just pop them back on, and it doesn't happen frequently. It's just like every now and then if you like hit it the wrong way, it'll pop off. So I was anticipating the build quality of this just to be horrible because all my experience with fake Lego, I haven't bought any fake Lego in a long time, but all my previous experience with it is terrible quality, falls apart, just horrible building experience. And that's far from it for the Playability Bros Gunship. Like even this side hatch here, I would expect to flop around and it doesn't. It's really tight and secure. This back door doesn't move around when you don't want it to. Like the The hinge pieces that are holding it on, very solid. This back cannon here rotates pretty easily. So all in all, the build quality is pretty decent. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because I wasn't expecting it to be good build quality. I was expecting lots of falls and imperfections and pieces moving around and not staying on. The only pieces that don't stay on are the cannons, and that's easily fixable if you bought the LEGO version of the 1x2 with the clip on it and put 4 of those in there, because it would have stronger gripping power, and then the cannons, you'd be able to put them on and take them off pretty easily. So it's just an easy fix if you really wanted to do that. Moving on to playability, I think the Playability Gunship is a really playable set. It has all the features that the Coruscant Guard Gunship has, except for the stud shooters, and I get that that might take away from the playability for some people, but for me, I think that the additional minifigures compared to the Coruscant Guard Gunship minifigures evens out the playing field in terms of the playability of the Plos Bros Gunship. So the Coruscant Guard Gunship comes with Palpatine, Padme, 2 regular shock troopers, and then Commander Fox. Whereas the Plos Bros Gunship comes with the 6 Wolfpack troopers, Commander Wolf and Plo Koon. I think when you're buying a gunship, you know, that you want the like clone troopers. That's kind of the allure of buying a gunship, is you expect it to come with clone troopers and Jedi. That's what I think of when I think of a gunship. And having the extra clone troopers and Commander Wolf versus Commander Fox and the shock troopers, and then Padme and Palpatine, I think I would prefer as a kid to have more clone troopers and Commander Wolf, who looks really cool, and Plo Koon, who's a Jedi, over having Palpatine and Padme in there. So while it doesn't have the stud shooter capability of shooting the studs, it does have extra minifigures, and I think minifigures add more to the playability than a stud shooter does. Other than that, it has the same handle and same ability to move it around like this. I'm gonna dock it a half a point because this Republic Gunship, this iteration, the Coruscant Guard version, is probably the worst one that they've ever made. It doesn't have any playability features other than the stud shooters, and they're not even, like we said, they're not a massive playability feature. It has this extra back hatch, and it has the side hatches, but it has no speeder, no back to tank, no command center like the previous iterations have had, that made it a really fun playable set. And I'm going to dock the Plos Bros Gunship in American Brick Store because I think that they could have added like a speeder or some other mini build inside of the gunship to add to the playability and beat out LEGO, because honestly they're competitors. They want to sell more of their gunships than LEGO does. Why not add that extra function, that extra playability, to make your version better than the LEGO version? So I'm going to dock them that half point for not adding a speeder or something, some other build to add to the playability of this set, because it really could make it a better set than LEGO's. That's going to give us a 9.5 out of 10 in playability. So moving on to the final appearance, I think that the Plos Bros Gunship looks really good in its final build. You have the Wolfpack color scheme, which looks really great. The Coruscant Guard Gunship has too much red in my opinion. I know it's supposed to be the Coruscant Guard Gunship and that is their color, but it's just too much of the red color. I think that gunship should be mainly that white color with accent colors of blue, red, etc. built into it. So having this, the dark blue and the gray built into the gunship for the Wolfpack colors, but still having that main white color, I think makes this look a lot cleaner than the Coruscant Guard Gunship. Now there are some issues with the pieces being different colors, and that is something that I've heard and noticed on some of the fake Legos. Don't know how to describe it. Like, one's a darker shade of the dark blue and one's a little bit lighter shade of the dark blue, as you can see as I'm zooming in here. And I think that kind of just doesn't look good. It makes it look like a quilt, patchworked. We also have these UV treated stickers that American Brick Store partnered with another vendor to get these included in the Plos Bros Gunship. And the design of those stickers is phenomenal. Love the artwork. The only qualm I have with it is I wish it was printed on the plate, not on a sticker. Or if you have to do a sticker, like this is like kind of like a paper sticker. I would have liked like a more plasticky clear sticker, so that way it goes right onto the right onto the plate, and it maintains the plate's color, because this is like a lot whiter than the plate, as you can see, and I think it kind of detracts a little bit from the flow of the colors. That's just if you're being really nitpicky, but the artwork is phenomenal, and I think it really adds to the build and to the appearance of it more than just the Republic symbol over here on the Coruscant guard gunship does. It's reminiscent of the Clone Wars Republic gunship that had the fun artwork stickers on the side panels there as well, and I really appreciated that. So I'm going to give the final appearance of this a 7 out of 10. So the minifigs of the Pulse Bros gunship I think are really well done. The Pulse Bros gunship comes with the Wolfpack troopers, and regular Wolfpack troopers on Bricklink, on eBay, on third-party sites go anywhere from like $40+ to $60, depends on their condition. And Commander Wolf, you know, he can go upwards of $200, $250 on eBay, Bricklink. I was able to get this entire gunship, Plo Koon, Commander Wolf, the Wolfpack troopers for $110. That's less than I could buy an official LEGO Commander Wolf, just Commander Wolf. And this might anger the purists, you know, but I don't think there's a huge difference in quality from the fake Commander Wolf and the fake Wolfpack troopers to the official version of Commander Wolf and the official LEGO Wolfpack troopers. Definitely there's a difference in quality in terms of the plastic, and if you're doing stop motion animation, again, all my reviews, everything I've been saying about the fake LEGO minifigures is that don't recommend them for stop motion animation. LEGO figures move better in their arms, their hands, their legs. These are very sticky, is the word I would use. It's harder to move the legs, it's harder to move the arms. But if you're doing MOCs, and you need 30 Wolfpack troopers for a MOC, I would much rather go with buying these from American Brick Store. The Wolfpack troopers and Commander Wolf are an exclusive American Brick Store figure, so you can buy it only from American Brick Store. And these Wolfpack troopers even have the Episode 2 style helmets rather than the animated Clone Wars style helmet. So if you prefer that look, that's really nice to have too. In a MOC, these figures will be nearly indistinguishable from official LEGO figures. That happened to me at Brickfest. I was walking around, we were looking at Star Wars MOCs, and I was like, wow, these customs have gotten really good since I last was looking at them, because I hadn't been looking at LEGO in a while, and that Brickfest was what got me back into LEGO. But I was looking at them and I was like, man, these are cool. And he's like, oh yeah, here's the store's card. So I went online and I ordered some. And I was like, wow, they're really inexpensive now too. And they got here and I was like, oh, it's fake LEGO. And I was kind of mad at first, but then I was examining them. I was like, hey, this is not bad. I couldn't tell the difference in the MOC. So, and that's what I'm saying. If you're just buying them to display in a MOC, it's definitely worth it. Now, the figures do still suffer from the weak torso-leg connection. It's not as bad as some of the other fake Legos that I've experienced, but that is always rather annoying when you're trying to pick them off of a MOC and it, slides the legs right off of the body. And sometimes the head-torso connection is kind of weak too. But these ones I found have been a little bit better than some of the other ones in terms of the head-torso connection. It is hit or miss on the legs and the heads and how well they connect to the torsos. But if you're just posing them for a MOC, it's not bad, and you won't really notice it as much. If, again, stop motion, don't do it. So I'll give the minifigures an 8 out of 10 because I love their design. You're getting them for a lot less expensive than the official LEGO counterparts. But, the head connection, torso connection, and the leg connection, torso connection obviously is a big negative in terms of the minifigure. But you do get the custom blasters that come with them too. And Plo Koon's an interesting figure. He looks pretty similar to the official LEGO version too, which also goes for $40-something too, I think. So that wraps up the 5 areas that I was grading the Plo Bros Gunship on, and it ends up scoring a 38.5 out of 50, which is not a bad score. I was expecting it to be lower. I didn't think that I was going to like this set. And that's nothing against American Brick Store, because I think that their figures are awesome, and I've had a great experience so far with buying figures from them, and I've enjoyed their quality of their products. But I was a little leery of buying a fake LEGO set, not just figures, because it's harder to get a set right than it is to get the figures right. And especially because of like I said, some of those build quality things that you'd be worried about, like the doors sliding around or pieces falling off, and just things not working the way they're supposed to, I was worried about that. And I was very surprised when none of those things happened. I think I probably could have given this a little bit of a higher score if the build experience was better. And the build experience, I still might be docking because of my own laziness and not sorting the pieces. So this score could be potentially a little higher, like a 40.5 out of 50, which is like an 80%, you know? And if I gave it a 40.5 out of 50, that's a B. And after reviewing it, I'm thinking maybe I'm a little too low. Maybe it should be a higher grade. I'm gonna give it 2 bonus points because I really like the set. I think it's a really cool set, a really cool idea. I love the Wolfpack gunship vibe. I know there's custom mock instructions that you can buy and build a custom Wolfpack gunship from official LEGO pieces, but I was able to get the Wolfpack troopers and a gunship and Plo Koon for way less than I would having to buy parts from Bricklink and buying instructions from Rebrickable. And it looks nice and it plays well. And I don't know what more you could ask for from a fake LEGO set. And like I said, I've been pretty impressed with almost everything I brought from American Brick Store. I have some more reviews coming on some of their figures soon. The only downside to this is the American Brick Store sold out of the Plos Bros Gunship. They're not coming back in stock. But you can buy the Wolfpack Troopers from American Brick Store and Commander Wolf from American Brick Store. There's an Army Builder version that's literally identical other than the color scheme is different. It's like the classic Republic Gunship color scheme, and it comes with like 2 clone pilots and a bunch of clone troopers rather than the specialty Wolfpack Troopers, Commander Wolf, and Plo Koon. So the review is still applicable to the building and the design, not applicable to the figures. You can order that on American Brick Store at the link below. So the Plos Bros Gunship retails for $134.99. The Coruscant Guard Gunship retails for $139.99. But American Brick Store, I've never not seen a sale being run there. Right now it's 20% off orders of $75 or more. So I was able to get this for like $110, I think. I got this for full price from LEGO.com at $139.99. So for a $30 difference, I was able to get 3 more minifigures, and they were clone troopers and coveted design of a clone trooper. I won't say that the fake LEGO clone troopers are coveted, but the design, the Wolfpack troopers, they're coveted clone trooper. And if I'm building MOCs that involve the Wolfpack troopers, you know, now I have 6 of them and Commander Wolf. So I am glad that I spent the money on this. Now it's up to you on whether you would spend $110 on a fake LEGO set, or if you just would rather spend the $140 on the official LEGO version. In the economy we're in, saving money anywhere you can is always a good idea. So if you want something that's a little less expensive, it's not a bad idea to go with the American Brick Store version of the gunship. It also looks cleaner on display in terms of the white, like I was talking about earlier. So if you just want to display a Republic gunship, you can buy that Army Builder version, and it comes in like the standard Republic gunship colors. And to all the LEGO purists out there that get all wound up about using unofficial LEGO in MOCs or in anything, I'll say think about it from an economic standpoint. If no one's pushing LEGO to be better, they're not going to innovate. They're not going to be better. And you're going to get mediocre sets like the Coruscant Guard Gunship. Think of all the flaws in this set. You have the abysmal printing of Commander Fox. You have the helmet holes in the wrong spot. You have a Palpatine that looks okay at best. You have the doors that don't allow you full access to the cabin area to put your figures in. You should have like the split doors where you can open from 2 sides so you can get your figures in. That would be nice. You don't have an additional mini build to add to the playability. So there's a level of mediocrity to this build. And without any competition, without anyone challenging them, LEGO can get away with that. Without any competition, since there's no other alternative, LEGO's going to keep giving us mediocre sets like this and charging us the same price for them. Competition breeds innovation. So if we get more high quality alternatives, we're gonna get more high quality LEGO sets. So LEGO purists welcome the competition because it's gonna hopefully make LEGO step up their game and give us better products in the future. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope that this review was informative and gave you a good review of a LEGO alternative to the Coruscant Guard Gunship, and something to get the gears turning in your head, maybe that you consider buying one from the American Brick Store. Obviously, you can't buy the Plos Bros because it's sold out, but one of the other gunships that they have on their website. I'm away with my family for the next 2 weeks on vacation, so I won't be having any MOCs coming the next 2 weeks, but I do have some more American Brick store reviews and some sets that I'm going to be building on the channel, so make sure they hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date when I drop those videos. Let me know what you thought of the video and if you would consider buying a LEGO alternative. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll catch you guys next week.